Hey everyone, Bruce here from Medieval Collectibles, and we are on an Art Gladius kick for the month of July. If you haven't watched my first video on one of these swords, the Robin Hood sword, be sure to do that. The Robin Hood sword was this beautiful, ornate sword with all kinds of superfluities. However, that isn't quite your speed and you're more of a fan of the less is more aesthetic. I have here an Art Gladius sword that is right up your alley. This is the slim and sleek Agincourt sword from Art Gladius. This lady is made from 440 stainless steel, making it a very durable yet low maintenance sword. While it's still made to the same standards as every other Art Gladius piece, this one has done away with a lot of the cosmetics, leaving a simple, straightforward sword. Overall, the Agincourt sword is 37 inches long with a weight of 2 pounds 12 ounces. The blade is 29.5 inches long with rounded edges for added safety, while the single-handed grip measures just a little over 5 inches. The crossguard is slightly curved and measures 6.5 inches wide. The grip is wrapped in a black braided cord, making it easy and comfortable to hold. The pommel is a simple hexagon design, about 2 inches long. Now, in terms of costumes and props, I like these swords because they can fit in a wide array of genres and categories. The simplicity of the design makes them highly adaptable. And a sword like this one would be ideal for a costume piece, a theater prop, or even a fraternal ritual sword. Now, the Battle of Agincourt, after which this blade is named, is a really awesome piece of history that I wanted to touch on real quick. The Battle of Agincourt was a huge victory for England against France during the 100 Years' War and has one of the most salty and savage outcomes of any battle built on the code of chivalry. The battle took place on October 25th, 1415, about 25 miles south of the northern coast of France. Now, there are plenty of videos on YouTube on the tactics of the battle itself, so I won't bore you with the play-by-play. All you need to know is the English were estimated to have been outnumbered 4-1 by the French, but King Henry V led his men to a decisive victory. However, the aftermath of the battle is where things really turn into a Quentin Tarantino film. You see, most of the men fighting on both sides were knights, and a knight's code of chivalry dictated that a surrendered enemy should be treated with dignity and respect until he was ransomed back to his people. However, even in victory, Henry V was still outnumbered by the French that surrendered, and he didn't have the provisions to take care of them or the manpower to stop them from staging a revolt. So, before the captured French could get a head count and calculate their favorable odds of victory, Henry flushed chivalry down the toilet and had the French prisoners slaughtered. Any Englishman who refused the king's orders by citing chivalry was promptly hanged. To any fellow Englishmen at the time, this was shameful and barbaric. To any historian living today, this was logical and tactically brilliant. So, not only could you purchase this clean and simple sword, but you'd also have an ever-present reminder of the time the English took their savage level to 9,000 and in turn changed the course of the 100 Years' War. Imagine someone taking notice of this sword hanging on your wall at home and then you saying all casually, you know, there's an interesting story to go along with that sword. Thanks for watching this video, everyone. Be sure to hit that like button if you enjoyed this video and subscribe to the Medieval Collectibles YouTube channel to stay up to date on videos just like this one. We'll see you next time.